This is the Enjoy Life podcast, here to help you choose your mindset, goals, and actions so that you can guide your life in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it. It does take a little bit of work, some effort on your part, but that effort is worth it because this is your life and you can experience the benefits of the work that you do. And this podcast is here to help. Life doesn't magically turn out exactly how you want. It's up to you to make it happen. Now, you may not have chosen to be exactly where you're at right now in your current situation, but you will choose what you do about it. If you're ready to put forth a little bit of effort, take some small steps toward living the life that you want, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Well, hello, I'm Nick Nazy. Welcome to the Enjoy Life podcast. I'm really glad that you're here. Glad that you're joining in during this time. You know, I always try to share a positive message, about how you can make the most of where you're at, and so that you can pursue what you want and enjoy life. And that might, so you might ask, how's that work? When times are a little bit crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's the coronavirus, and with that, there's some things happening to the economy. Some schools are closed. People are being asked to work from home and not come into work. And there's a little bit of hysteria going on, and it is. So how does trying to enjoy life, and pursue our goals really fit with that? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. How does enjoying life work during these crazy times? Well, there are so many things going on that we cannot control. And that is abundantly clear right now. We cannot control the spread of a virus before it comes our way. We cannot control the closing of schools and daycares, and we can't control, people pumping up an already negative situation. And I know that sounds bad. It's definitely not great. But before you throw your hands up in the air and completely give up, give into the overwhelm, just listen to me on this. There are always a million things you can't control. There's always so many things that we cannot control. Now, when a situation like this comes up, it just becomes more clear and it's a little bit more in our face, and there is some scariness to it, definitely. About just how much we cannot control, especially when there's what's called an epidemic spreading. There's things that we cannot control, but bear with me because I want to talk about it's not all about what you can't control. So you can't control a virus before it comes your way. Obviously you can't control the virus, but before it comes our way is a big part of that. Because you can control, what you do, we can control what we do to keep ourselves safe and to help us preventing the spread of germs ourselves. And as dull as this may sound, simply washing your hands for 20 seconds with regular soap is huge. And it seems too simple and just kind of too dumb, to be effective. But the problem is, the real problem is that simple things work. I'm no health expert. So this is what I've heard from health experts. And the advice is simple. It's about washing your hands. It's just to wash your hands with regular soap for 20 seconds. It's enough time to sing happy birthday twice. And it actually does help prevent the spread of germs and viruses. I did learn a little bit about the hand washing when I was in culinary school a long time ago. And it's amazing how just simple soap can do this. But but it sounds so simple that, obviously that couldn't be the solution. But in fact, it's huge, the washing your hands, and that's, how's that work into this podcast? I said it's not about health, but it's important to remember, that the healthy habits, those small healthy habits, they impact us, and they impact you in your life, but they also can impact other people, and what they do. Because think about it, when you take up a healthy habit, when you do something that's positive, that's, helping yourself, and that's good for you and others, not only are you helping yourself, but you're encouraging other people to do the same. And that's the really big benefit. You making the small positive choice can help you and your family, the other people around you, And those benefits can spread to other people because you're setting that, you having that habit, you washing your hands, or maintaining a cool head and not falling into the overwhelm. You doing some positive things is going to help other people around you because they're going to see you do it, and you're going to set that good example. Now, I know that washing your hands isn't going to fix everything, but it's a simple way to look at it, that when you focus on the things that you can control, you can control that. You can choose to wash your hands and do some healthy habits. When you focus on the things that you can control, then you stay in control a little bit more. And when you focus on the things that you can't control, then you end up losing sight of the things that you can, and you might even not do the things that you can't control as much. So focus on, you can control where you focus and what you do. So do the small, healthy habits because they work. And once again, I'm not a health expert, but what I've heard is that the more healthy you are in general, the more the better off you are when a virus like this comes around. And it's not fun to do the small, healthy habits that are just good for you and your body. But this is a time to remember that they are beneficial, and don't give up on it. And as you've probably heard on this podcast, I try to encourage you to focus on the positive and remember the good stuff. And that is not about putting your head in the sand. It's definitely not. It's not about ignoring all the negative. While at the same time, choosing to focus on the media, will definitely help you feel more out of control than anything else. Now, yes, you got to pay attention to any directives from the CDC or your local government or schools that are closing, or any of these things. Definitely be aware of what's going on. But really focusing on the news and keep hitting refresh to see if there's another headline going to pop up, will help you feel more out of control and fall into the overwhelm than anything else, just about. Now, I'm definitely guilty of this too. So I'm not perfect, and I got to catch myself, because I'm just reading headlines too much and seeing stuff that's going on. So I'm not innocent. But once I do catch myself and I realize that I'm not getting any new information, and that all I'm doing is feeling worse, then it's time for me just to put that. Normally it's my phone. I just put my phone down and I say I don't need to check the news right now, because it's not helping me. Once I know the basic information, and I know some of the things I can do to help myself and my family, then I'm going to follow those things that I know. And I need to stop just hitting that refresh and stop trying to catch that new headline, because all it's doing is those headlines and those stories are just magnifying my negative feelings. And that's when I know I got to cut myself off from it. And you might want to consider the same thing. If you know the information you need to know, you know what you need to do, and you can follow those things and prepare the best for you and your family, and make the good, smart, healthy choices for your best, then it might be time to stop watching all the news media, because it will make you feel worse, and then those feelings just build up, and then you start to lose sight of the things that you can control, and you're feeling more out of control, and that's not helpful. That's not benefiting you or your family or anything else. And one more point that I gotta make, it just reminds you of. Don't give up on the good things during these crazy times. Don't lose sight of what is good in life. And that might be really tough. And I said, when there's an epidemic that's spreading, but it's the simple pleasures and the simple enjoyments in life are still there. If you're quarantined with your family, then remember you still have a family, and that family can be good. Whatever it is, the small, simple pleasures in life, they make life wonderful. They make life worth living. And that's where we got to remember, is that there still are some good things, even when times are crazy. I had a lot of fun in my yard with my family yesterday. It was simple. We didn't want to go out. We didn't And my wife needed to run to the grocery store and start to, get some more supplies and stuff like that. But we didn't want to bring everybody because we weren't trying to go out into large groups with the whole family and, trying to limit some of that stuff. So we could either focus on the, not being able to do certain things, or we didn't want to go out to the park. We didn't want to do certain things. So I can either focus on what we can't do, and all the negative stuff, or we can try to bring the attention back to, we can get together just as our small little family, and we can enjoy our times and play and, and watch the girls paint each other, and make a huge mess. We can enjoy the simple things, or we can focus on what we can't control and the negative things. Well, either way, we got to live our life. We might as well make the most of our situation, make the best of where we're at, and enjoy it, while still being smart and doing the healthy things to make sure that we're keeping ourselves as safe as possible, and for us and the people around us. See, and the simple things in life, they still can be great. They still can be great. Don't lose sight of the things that you can control, and the simple pleasures in life. So even when all the things that we can't control, even when all that stuff is just getting more and more attention, and it's a little crazy right now. It is. I want to remind you and plead with you. Don't give up. Okay? Just don't give up. Focus on the things that you can control, because that's where you're going to make the difference, is on the things that you can control. Focus on the things that you can control. Do the simple, healthy things for you and yours. Make the best of where you're at right now, no matter where it is. Make the best of it. And enjoy the simple things, those pleasant moments. Enjoy them. Look, and we can get through this. We can. All right. That's what I have for today's episode. And especially during some tough times, I want to make sure that I'm sharing some positive, encouraging messages for you here, as well as I'm putting it on Instagram. You can follow me at Nick Mazie. My prayers go out to everybody, to you, and just for you to be safe, make the best of where you're at right now, and that we'll all get through this together. All right. Thank you for listening. Take care, and I really look forward to talking to you again next week.